So Safi, you've come from a really interesting career path. You started out in the halls of science as a physicist to the hallowed halls of corporate America as a CEO. And you had several stops in between, including a stint at McKinsey as a consultant. So tell us a bit about your career journey.
Well, I have been lucky to have a bunch of different careers, as you said. I was academic for many years. I was actually in two very different areas of science, two very different areas of physics. Then I went into consulting, which is about solving problems, but in a very different context, in the business world rather than the science world. Then I started a company, a biotech company, focused on developing new drugs for cancer. And then I took that company public, so I was a public company CEO. So it was a bunch of very different careers, and I think what motivated me was learning. It was every time I got too comfortable, like I felt I really knew what I was doing, I tried to jump ship and do something completely different, so I would start at the beginning of the learning curve.
Did you always apply your scientific background into all of these different things you did?
Yeah, I think coming from an unusual background, especially having a pretty rigorous science background, is uncommon in the business world,
right,
and it can give you, there's advantages and some disadvantages. The advantage is that I think the benefit of science, or especially physics, is it helps you see through noise. Helps you understand what matters and what doesn't, what's the signal, what's the noise. And that can be very important, especially in the business world when you're just surrounded and flooded by data and have to make decisions very quickly. The disadvantage is that sometimes you lead too much with the brain.
So do you overanalyze things, you think, too much?
Well, I think if you come from a science background, you're trained to explain things logically, and here's how it works, and here's why it works. And one of the things that I had to learn, sometimes the hard way as a leader, is how to lead from the heart, not just from the brain.